Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to Positive Ego Gaming. It's Positive Ego signing on. Today, we're going to do a new trailer reaction talking about the new Avengers game getting ready to come out on September the 4th. I had the chance to play the beta, had a lot of fun with it. Didn't play it as much as I probably, would have liked, but that's okay. The game comes out soon. I'll definitely be picking it up. Hopefully, we can do some live streams on that. That should be fun. If you got a character you're looking forward to, any plans on anybody you want to main, let me know down in the comments. Myself, I'm going to have to go with either Thor or Hulk because, they're two of my favorite characters. So much fun to play in the beta. Whipping Thor's hammer around was a lot of fun, and just playing as Hulk is, it's Hulk. Who doesn't love playing as Hulk? You get him leveled up a little bit, he gets really fucking powerful, really strong. He's not quite as fast or agile as the other characters, but that's fine. It's Hulk. He's not supposed to be super fast or anything. He's the Hulk. He's super strong, brute force. So I was having a lot of fun playing as him, and I might just main him or Thor, like I said, in the main game. Anyway, let's get into it. Real quick, before we start, I'd like to say a huge thank you and a huge rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. We lost him recently, and I didn't know him personally, but he seemed like a genuine person, a genuine good human being who was pretty down to earth. And, we got really lucky to have somebody like him play such an iconic character like Black Panther. And they put that movie off for so long because they felt like they couldn't do it right. And how cool was it that, you get a guy like him, and that's when it gets done right. He was the best thing to happen to the MCU this side of Iron Man, in my opinion. Anyway, nothing but love and respect to him and his family. Thank you for everything. Alright, let's do this. This trailer came out just a few days ago on the 24th, and I do believe it's a CG trailer, not actual gameplay. I haven't watched it yet myself, so this should be totally new. Let's make this puppy full screen and get into it. Hope everybody had a chance to play the beta. I don't believe it's live anymore. I know I had a lot of fun with it. The little bit I played, the intro is fucking awesome. Graphics are legit. Oh, that was good. That looked good. Nice, nice. Okay, I was wrong. There's a lot of gameplay in this. Oh, wow. 9/4/2020, y'all. Pretty soon now. And we will be getting Spider-Man for PS4. I don't know when he's coming. Eventually, soon, I hope. Because that was an awesome game. If anybody hasn't played that new Spider-Man game, I don't know why. It's awesome. It was the Spider-Man game I personally had been waiting for a long fucking time. Of course, coming off of going all the way back to Spider-Man 2 on the PS2, of course, everybody's got fond memories of that game. That game was a blast. The first open world Spider-Man game ever to come out. That was a lot of fun. And I think revisiting those sort of roots in the 2018 that game came out. Yeah, that the latest Marvel Spider-Man was revisiting those was a lot of fun, and really just it was a lot of very nostalgic, but I thought the game itself was really solid. Tons of upgrades. I had a lot of fun unlocking all the suits. Let's see. I know the map was pretty big enough, where you could go and have fun, and the story was solid. The story was solid. The story of that Spider-Man game, it got me. But I liked this seed here where you actually get to see all four heroes in action here, all doing different abilities, all heading through the map. So I wonder if the environments are going to be a little bigger. That was so cool. Nice close-up view of the Hulkbuster here showing off some of his powers. So I wonder if that just a suit, or is that an upgrade maybe Tony Stark can pull off? I'm not sure. Like I said, I didn't play much of the beta as much as I would have liked, but I did have a lot of fun with it and really thought that the game could be something solid. Of course, you're going to have to level up some characters and get them a little more beefed up before they start really feeling like, the superheroes that you want them to be. But that makes sense. This is sort of a RPG focused game, You can't just come out right from the start with everybody, one-shotting enemies and throwing them across the map, right out of the bat. Because you got to have some way to progress and some way to keep you invested in the story and invested in whichever character you choose. And if you don't want to choose just one and decide to go back and forth between multiples, there has to be reasons to do that, and has to be a good, reason for you to get invested and want to, get that character's abilities, costumes, all that stuff. And we will be going over I know they just put out the new details of like bonuses, and there's some news on the new like merchandise store and all that that's going to be in the game. So we'll go over that in another video in the very near future. But we have some very good scenes of Miss Marvel here, her Kamala Khan. She was really fun to play as in the demo. I really like the way her powers look, like when she's using them, the way her fists like go out and grow, you know. So I'm wondering, not wondering, but I'm hoping to maybe use her a little more just to see like what all her powers are and how they can be used like in a team setting. I really do want to make a team on this game and get involved with some folks online. And I'm really interested to see how is it going to work. Is it going to be like level based? Is there going to be scaling or matchmaking? I know there's no PvP, so we don't have to worry about those sort of things. However, it makes me wonder, are you going to be paired with, players who are at least close to your level that you could fit in well with and act as a team? And not just, maybe you're a low level and they're just off like killing everything and you're just kind of like off to the side, not really involved. And you're like, well, shit, I wound up on a bad team. And so, hopefully there'll be ways around that. And, then a lot of it's also, hopefully you don't just get stuck with a bunch of idiots. Hopefully you'll get stuck with some smart people who know the game, who want to learn the game. And you're not just stuck with a bunch of button mashers or casuals, as people like to say. I know I'm looking forward to this one. I'll be picking it up on launch day. We'll be doing some streams of that, maybe a first impressions. Those seem to be pretty fun, and I do have I like to learn games before I try to judge them. I like to give them a good few hours, maybe a couple days, before I really decide, like, yeah, this is one I can invest actual time into and see myself playing in the near future. And playing the beta with this one, I think I got about maybe 8 or 10 hours in, and I was like, with some more progression, some more updates, I think this game could be a lot of fun. And it sort of reminded me of Ultimate Alliance, sort of on steroids, but not to the sense that it's a button masher. You really do got to time your combos, time your special moves, your super moves, because the timers on those can be a little long until you can get leveled up. And so you really got to be smart with how you pick and choose when to use your abilities, know when to team up with certain characters, and you can combine moves and certain things like that to pull off super huge, awesome, like super combos. We get to see a little more of Miss Marvel in action here. Boom. See, I like the way when she stretches out her hand like that. There's that big shockwave. It grows in size. Now, I think this clip is from going back to the intro. We can see Thor in action. Now, he was a lot of fun to play as. You could throw his hammer to have it like hold enemies onto something, and then you keep going on somebody else. You chuck somebody else, throw them, you're on to the next dude. You call the hammer back, keep going. And so I'm wondering, can you throw the hammer, have it pin somebody to the wall, to a car, to whatever, and then maybe another teammate, like, somebody playing as Spider-Man or Iron Man, maybe can they go over and start attacking that opponent that's down? I think that would be pretty cool, pretty good combo move to try to pull off. And we get a lot of good footage in this trailer. I'm mistaken. I thought it was a CG trailer, but there's a lot of gameplay. Right here we get to see Thor in one of his classic costumes. He's got the helmet and everything. I'm wondering, are we going to see costumes from the movies as well, which I think would be kind of cool. And also, there's a million different costumes from the comics that they could pull out. And why not do a skin for Thor that's Beta Ray Bill? Or instead of adding like War Machine, because that would just be another Iron Man copycat, just do like a skin where it straight up changes Tony Stark to Commander Rhodes and changes the Iron Man armor to the War Machine armor. I think that would be just an idea, just an opinion, just speculation, just something cool, because you don't want like copycat characters. And I have a feeling with as many characters as there might be a few, and that it's just going to come down to which character do you personally like? Which one are you a fan favorite of? Which one do you want to invest time in? Like I said, me personally, probably be Thor or Hulk, because I really do like playing as Hulk. I know I've seen some gray Hulk skins. I'm really hoping to see maybe like a red Hulk skin. That would be pretty cool. And right here we get a good shot of like some upgraded heroes. You can see Thor's armor here is all gold, intricate little Norse like engravings on his gauntlets. Even the Hulk has like huge gauntlets on, as if Hulk wasn't strong enough. Now he's got giant like steel gauntlets, you know? Good lord, that's awesome. That's awesome. And Black Widow's got this badass like mask on here with all the different lights on her suit. Looks like she's pretty leveled up. All gold. Kamala Khan over here, she's got all this armor, shoulder pads, more gold. You see the layers. Sort of, kind of evokes the look of the movies with like that patterned armor, sort of layered look, which I kind of like because they're not just straight up like muscle suits. You know, the actors do fill them out and they do look. I like that layered sort of look. It really gives it like, it has enough of the comic book design to like be true to the character, but also doesn't make it corny, if that makes any sense. And of course, Iron Man, he's got badass sleek armor, so you know it's hard to tell what his upgrades are. It looks like he's got more armor, more gold on here, so maybe I'd like to see more of his weapons in use actually. And it looks like we see a scene of Thor here without his armor, so that's cool. Well, I'm wondering if we'll get more skins like that. Like, could you get a skin for Tony Stark where he's just in a t-shirt and jeans, and he's just got like his repulsors on his legs and his feet? That would be cool. That would be an awesome skin. One of my favorite skins, going back to the Spider-Man game that came out a couple years ago, was the university suit, which I believe you got for picking up all of the backpacks. I could be wrong, but let me know if I'm wrong about that. I've not played the game in a while. But I do believe you get a university suit, and it's Peter Parker in his Empire State University t-shirt, jeans, sneakers, and then he's just got the Spider-Man mask on. And that's probably one of my favorite outfits. I don't know why. It's so simple. So, you know, you'd never see him wearing that. So I just think it's kind of a lot of fun to almost be Peter Parker, but not be Peter Parker at the same time. And it's kind of dancing right on the edge of like letting people know who he is. So even in the video game world, like you don't want to give that secret away, even if it is just like in a open world, like free roam sort of setting that doesn't have bearing on canon and whatnot. But you don't want to break that too much and kind of break the mystery and the mystique. Nice shot here of the other heroes in action. Nice little team up move with Miss Marvel and Thor. You can kind of see Miss Marvel kick that robot down and then Thor jumps in. I'm loving the box art. I'm interested to see what happens with Cap because I know he's supposed to be dead in the game, but I also know that you'll be able to play as him at some point. So I'm trying to think how do they bring him back? I know it's comic books, so you know they can just think of anything, bring him back. You can play as him. But I'm just really curious. He was really one of the most fun characters to play as, and his fighting style reminded me of the old PS3 game that came out, Captain America: The First Avenger, based on that first Captain America movie, which surprisingly wasn't that terrible of a game. It wasn't that great of a game, don't get me wrong, but the combat was actually top notch with a lot of variety of moves, and it used like a Batman style, like the Arkham games, that sort of combat that was like, you know, attacking counter, but mixed with Cap's agility and whipping his shield around and all the different combos and moves you could pull off. It felt really fun and natural, and they really nailed like fighting as Captain America, and playing as him in this game just for that little bit in the intro really sort of evoked that feeling to me anyway. And I was like, okay, that's a good place to start because that game did have solid mechanics, solid gameplay. And so that's good that they went back and like checked out the strengths of that game, and you kind of build on those concepts that worked and make it better. And I'm really interested to see how they bring him back, when they're going to bring him back. I know we're getting some pretty good performances, some pretty notable actors playing Iron Man and Hulk especially. It looks like we got a lot to deal with. I believe I saw a clip of... Who was that a clip of? that? Who is this right here? I think I know, but I'm not a huge comic book guy. I don't know all my lore. I'm not an expert, not even close. And so if anybody knows who that's a clip of, please tell me cuz I want to know. Is that our main villain? Is that our is that our main villain? Is that, just a fake out? So that's just a shot of the trailer. I want to know what this is on his head. I feel like that's a key identifier, as well as the pink tone of his skin. It looks like he's pink or purple, not like an actual human, but maybe some sort of space alien. And I don't know who this could be. I want to say Thanos, but I don't think that would be right. They did Thanos real big in the movies. I don't see them bringing him back now for this game, but I really don't know. If anybody does, please tell me. We get an awesome shot of Black Widow here. Nice little detail with the Widow symbol on her, the zipper for her sweater. It looks nice little detail. Her hair looks awesome. Nice physics details here. This game's got killer graphics. That's one thing's for sure. Square Enix knocked it out with these graphics. And again, a nice little team up shot of Kamala Khan here with her giant fist. Don't get hit by that. Fucking hurt. Nice, another team up shot. Look, Hulk running in here with a brick. Iron Man with a repulsor. The Abominations being like staggered. Boom. So that was awesome. A nice little team up. Get to see the team in action there. This game looks like it's got a lot going for it. I know it's going to be a live service game. So, and I believe they confirmed up to 4 years of support. So that should be a lot of support, a lot of extra missions, lots of extra content to go into this game and really give it a good long life, which I think should help it, because for live service, you want to keep those updates coming, you want to keep those raids coming, and that's where you're going to get all your good shit. You know, you can play the whole game solo, you can go through the whole campaign solo, but a lot of the extra stuff, the online missions, obviously, is the raids, obviously, are going to be online only, multiplayer, and you will have to join up with the team, and that's where you're going to get a lot of the best gear, which makes sense because, it's that sort of game. You're trying to evoke that Avengers feeling, playing as a team with each character with their different roles, their different abilities, and all being used together to conquer whatever situation is going on. Because if the game loop is just going to be go here, fight these guys, go here, fight these guys, then there's got to be a way to keep that interesting. And to keep it from being just a straight button masher, it would make sense if there's some sort of structure. If every team has to have like one of each archetype in order to progress. Not that you'll be stuck or unable to progress through the level, but it just might be more challenging because you might be at a disadvantage to the enemy. And that's just speculation on my part, but to me that makes a lot of sense and a good way from keeping the loop from being, boring. Because we don't want another, what was that game that just came out that everybody hated? Anthem. We don't need another game like that. That just gets repetitive and boring really quick to where you got no interest, no investment in the characters. And I'm hoping the hook is going to be picking whatever Avenger you like and maybe revisiting other missions with other characters and maybe finding stuff you missed before and trying out different shit to really keep that stuff coming in and keep that interest growing. I'm really interested to see what they're going to be adding over the next few years. I'm sure we'll get tons of DLC, expansions, new missions, new maps, you name it. I'm sure it's all coming. And you can bet your ass I'll probably buy at least most of it. And because I got no problem with DLC or added content and shit. That really doesn't bother me. It's all, it all is what it is. That's just the nature of the beast at this point. And I'm not opposed to spending a few extra dollars on some cool new content, especially if it's just cool suits and armor and like cool collectible skins and whatnot. I wouldn't mind buying a few like cosmetic things. That doesn't really bother me. I think that would be a lot of fun and add to the customization of each hero. Because then if you've got a team of 4 people, like everybody's Thor is going to look different. Everybody's Iron Man is going to look different. Everybody's Miss Marvel is going to look different. Everybody's Thor is going to look different. Everybody Hulk's going to look different. Sorry, I said Thor twice. I got excited. So that's really interesting. And so maybe you'd be able to mix and match and see like, okay, you're using these moves with these powers. I like to use this combination of gear. And so maybe you try different combos based off of what other people are using, and then you can really find a solid like gear and skill combination to really fit you. And I also believe the bigger part of the appeal is going to be, tailoring the heroes to your playstyle, because they're so vastly different. Even in just the short time I played in the beta, not a single one of the heroes felt the same, which is awesome, because that's exactly what I was saying earlier. Was one of my biggest fears is that you might have some copycat heroes, and it looks like they're trying really hard to avoid that, because none of the characters felt the same. Going from Iron Man to Hulk to Miss Marvel to Captain America for the intro, they all felt vastly different and all felt like themselves, which is really cool and not easy to do when you've got, at least 4 to 6 main characters that you've got to focus on to all develop their skills, all develop their stories, their arcs. You've got to get all that across in one game. And I'm really excited to see that they've nailed it. Just from my few hours with the game, it looks like they got it, and I can't wait to expand on more of that. And it looks like with every single character's different abilities, you can get really specific with how you want to play and how you want to level up your hero. Say hi, Kiki. Kiki's joining us for this video, guys. And so I'm really interested to try out a few of those different characters to see who I like the most. Because me personally, I do like to sort of get right up in the action and waylay, which is, one of the main reasons I'm hoping to do maybe Hulk or Thor, because they are big powerhouse heroes. But I also believe a lot of people are going to be maining Hulk or Thor. So it might be fun to try somebody else. Really looking forward to Hawkeye when they add him. When he comes in, I might just have to try him out for a while, try to main him actually, because I think his bow and his espionage skill set would be fun and a little different than everybody else around. Like even than Black Widow with her batons and stuff. I think maybe with the bow you could have some more like, you might be more of a support character, because you could hang back and still attack and maybe throw some super moves from a distance, while your other characters, your other friends and team members, they're up in the battle, right in the heat of shit, and you're just kind of giving support. You're flanking, you're throwing down healing if that's possible, and any sort of thing to try to help out, and you'll just be playing support, playing cover, which will give you a huge advantage, I think, because while your other friends are keeping the main enemies busy, you could just be back there laying down super moves, shooting down arrows, distracting other enemies, maybe pulling them off other characters or leading them into other characters to try to pull off some super combo moves. And I think it should be a lot of fun, especially once you get an entire team going. And maybe you've got some close friends you'd like to play with. You guys are already on the same page. It's going to be a lot easier for some people to just jump in with a crew they already know, than as opposed to getting on like with just a random crew of people and hoping it all goes well. But just, try to have fun with it. I'm really looking forward to this one. I'll be picking it up day one. We'll be doing live streams on it. This game's got killer graphics. It's got a killer story going for it. I need to know who this is. If anybody knows who this is, please tell me. Me and Kiki here, we're dying to know. So, that's been it for today. Hope y'all had a great day. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and look forward to the Avengers coming out. I know we'll be doing hopefully a live stream at some point. We'll be covering some more of the characters as they come out. Really looking forward to this one. I'll be picking it up. Hope you're picking it up. Maybe I'll be on PS4. Hopefully y'all can find me. I'll drop my name down in the description. Maybe we could be friends, join up, make a team, get this little community going. And let's get out there and have some fun and, play this badass Avengers game. This goes out to you. Y'all are great. Y'all are beautiful. I just got another subscriber yesterday, so that's super cool. That is like a great feeling when you log in and like more people have interacted, they checked it out, and you're like, okay, I can do this. I'm having fun. Like, this is like, it's fulfilling. It's rewarding. It's like, I want to do this for fun anyway. I love video games and talking about video games. and I love video editing. So I figure what better thing to do than get on YouTube and do all of the things I love the most all together. And then, I get to hang out with you guys too, which is just makes it all the more better. We get to just hang out, do what we want, talk about games, and kind of, bond about our love of gaming, no matter what system we're playing on or what, doesn't matter. But hope y'all are enjoying the videos. I've been enjoying these reaction videos. They've been a lot of fun, something different for me. Kiki says hi. Say bye, Kiki. She's being shy. Well, hey, if you liked the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want. If you didn't like the video, I appreciate you hanging out, chatting some games with us. You're beautiful. Stay true to yourself.